Right now, we're following breaking news out of Russia, where a business jet crash has killed 10 people.
Wagner leader Yevgeny Prigozhin was listed as one of the passengers on the plane. And while this is all still new, we are going to bring you the very latest details with CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio. So, Ramy, what can you tell us about this plane, about the crash, about the ownership? Some of these details, Errol and I were discussing, they sound a little bit questionable.
Yeah, well, the biggest headline here is that Russian aviation is reporting that all 10 people on board that civilian jet were killed, and the name of Yevgeny Prigozhin is on that passenger manifest. So, according to Russian aviation, Yevgeny Prigozhin has been killed in this plane crash. Russian state news channels say that it was an Embraer business jet that crashed in Russia's Tver region. There's also pro-military channels claiming that the tail number, the registration number, also matched a plane belonging to the team of Mr. Prigozhin. We also understand that it was flying from St. Petersburg towards Moscow, basically, the ultimate headline here, especially over the past few to several months with the back and forth, the politics, the mutiny that Yevgeny Prigozhin tried to do against Russian officials in Moscow, in the Kremlin, Yevgeny Prigozhin, according to Russian aviation, is now dead.
And you mentioned it there, Ramy. A Moscow to St. Petersburg route is interesting for a man who was reportedly in Belarus following that a coup attempt against Putin and his regime. Talk to us more about why there is some skepticism surrounding whether Prigozhin was really on board this aircraft, because it is being reported he was on the passenger list.
Yes, absolutely. And we need to say that this is Russian state media that is reporting this. CBS News can't independently verify this, but that is what they are saying. And just now you were rolling some video of Prigozhin in Africa. And ever since the mutiny that he attempted, by the way, exactly 2 months to the day today, we actually haven't known where he is in real time. So this video we're seeing here, we don't know when this was shown. It has been reported that this was in Africa. It popped up recently, but again, we don't know if he was in Belarus prior to this, or reports put him in Russia, in St. Petersburg, or in Moscow near the Kremlin. The fact of the matter is that ever since that mutiny, Yevgeny Prigozhin has, by many accounts, frankly, likely been a wanted man in the eyes of the Kremlin, in the eyes of Vladimir Putin. And many people are saying that this was really quite expected.
Yeah, it's one of those things that as soon as we heard Prigozhin may have died, of course, there are going to be people who feel like this is potentially Putin exacting revenge on Prigozhin, that this was an assassination attempt. Obviously, we don't have any of these details confirmed, even whether he was alive or whether he was on that plane. But part of what may be fueling that skepticism is the fact that, talk to us about the negotiated deal, why he was supposed to be in Belarus, and how odd it would be for him to actually be on a flight that was headed to or from Moscow.
Sure, it would be very odd, very strange for him to be anywhere in Russian airspace, let alone going in between Russia's capital and its second city, St. Petersburg there. The fact of the matter is that wherever he was, I possibly should say here, we didn't know in real time. Now, off of that, I'm just reading the wires that we're getting here. I need to couch this that CBS News has not confirmed this, but we're seeing, according to a Wagner Group affiliated online account, Wagner, of course, being the mercenary force that Yevgeny Prigozhin set up. This account says that a Russian air defense system reportedly shot down that aircraft belonging to Prigozhin. This is from a Russian blog via Telegram. Again, just saying that CBS News cannot confirm this, but as the information trickles out here, this is the newest line out there. And as I was on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter, I did see some people posting videos of what appear to be smoke a smoke trail coming out of the sky, and people saying that that plane, presumably what we're being told, Yevgeny Prigozhin on board, had been shot down.
And just to close the circle on the note you mentioned earlier, Ramy, with that presumed video of him in Africa, Niger, the military junta there, had requested the Wagner Group and help from those mercenaries in the coup that's happened there and that other powers are trying to stabilize. So that may explain why we would have seen him in that region of the African continent. But as you also note, CBS News cannot independently verify these things, but we do want to make sure we bring our viewers the latest information as it is being reported. Our Ramy Inocencio there for us live in London. Thank you very much for that. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you all updates as we get them into our newsroom right here on CBS News.